Hello students, this is Ujjwala Bhandiwad, lecturer from Gokte PU College of Commerce and Science, Belagavi. In today's class, we learn in the first chapter the memory, types of memory and the power supply to the computer system. So in the previous class, we started with the first chapter. We learnt what is motherboard, components of motherboard. We also learnt what is a port, types of port, etc. Now let us introduce about the memory. Computer memory refers to the electronic storing space for instructions and data. The computer storage specifies permanent computer's memory that stores all the data and instructions. The memory is classified as shown in the diagram. It is basically classified into two types. First one is internal memory and the second one is secondary memory as shown in the diagram. The internal memory includes registers, cache memory, and the primary memory. Now first let us learn what are registers. Registers are high-speed temporary storage areas located inside the CPU. After the CPU gets the data from the cache memory, the data is moved to register for the processing. These registers work under the direction of CPU. The number of registers in the CPU and the size of each register affect the power and speed of the CPU. Second internal memory is cache memory. The cache memory is a high-speed memory available inside the CPU to speed up access of data and instructions stored in the RAM memory. The diagram is shown here. The cache memory stores the data temporarily and makes it available to the CPU at a very fast rate. Hence, it is used to increase the speed for the processing. During the processing, the CPU first checks cache for the required data. If the data is not found in cache memory, then it looks for the RAM. Cache memory is very expensive in nature. The CPU has built-in level 1 cache and level 2 cache, that is L1 cache and L2 cache as shown in the diagram. Here the level 1 cache is inside the processor, whereas level 2 cache is outside the processor. Third internal memory is primary memory. Primary memory is also known as main memory. This memory is divided into two types: random access memory, RAM, read-only memory, ROM. RAM is a temporarily stores the computer's operating system, application programs, current data, so that the processor can reach them quickly. RAM is faster memory and is volatile in nature. Volatile means when the power is switched off, the data in the memory is lost. Second memory is ROM. ROM is read-only memory. It is a small memory which stores the boot firmware called BIOS. BIOS contains the information to check the hardware as well as load the operating system into the RAM. ROM is non-volatile in nature, means even when the computer is switched off, the contents of ROM remains available to everybody. The RAM memory is again classified into 4 different categories. First type is DRAM, that is Dynamic Random Access Memory. It is most common type of memory chip. It is mostly used as a main memory. It is small and less costlier in nature. It uses transistors, capacitors. The transistors and capacitors are paired to make a memory cell. Second type of RAM is DRAM, that is Dynamic Random Access Memory. This DRAM must be refreshed continually to store the information. Otherwise, it will lose its contents. The refresh operation occurs automatically thousands of times per second. This DRAM is slow because of refreshing takes a time. One more category of RAM is SRAM. SRAM stands for Static Random Access Memory. It is usually used in a cache memory due to its high speed. It uses multiple transistors. It doesn't have a capacitor in each cell. SRAM memory cell has more parts, so it takes more space on the chip than a DRAM. SRAM is very fast and easier to use. Next category of RAM is SDRAM. SDRAM full form is Synchronous Dynamic Random Access Memory. It is a special type of DRAM that is synchronized to the system clock. Since it is synchronized means it is attached to the CPU, it knows when the next cycle is coming and has the data ready when the CPU requests it. Hence, it increases the efficiency by reducing CPU's waiting time. Last one is DDR SDRAM. Full form is Double Data Rate Synchronous Dynamic Random Access Memory. It works same way as it ordinary SDRAM works. Here, data transfer rate is double when compared to SD-RAM. Now, let us learn how the power is supplied to the computer system. Electric power is main source of supply for the operation of electronic components of a computer. Therefore, continuous power supply is essential for the computer to prevent from failures or shutdowns. There are two types of power supply connected to the computer system. They are switch mode power supply, that is SMPS. Second one is uninterruptible power supply, that is UPS. So the first power supply is SMPS. SMPS converts AC power from an electrical outlet to the DC power needed by the system components. An SMPS is a metal box in the rear end of the system. It is attached to the computer and to the system board. SMPS with rating more than 300 watt is needed. An SMPS converts 230 volt of AC power to 5 to 12 DC volt. Hence, the wattage is around 180 to 300 watts. Second power supply to the computer system is UPS. UPS is a power supply that includes battery to maintain power in the event of power failure. An UPS keeps a computer running for several minutes to few hours after a power failure. Thus, to save the data which is in the RAM and then shut down the computer comfortably. There are two different types of UPS. First one is online UPS. An online UPS avoids momentary power lapses by continuously providing power from its own inverter. Online UPS is more costly than any other UPS. For a personal computer with a color monitor requires UPS of 500. Second category of UPS is standby UPS. Standby UPS is also known as offline UPS. The monitors as well as other parts of the computer work by using the standby UPS. The standby UPS monitors the power line and switches to the battery power as soon as it detects any problem. The switch over to battery can require several milliseconds, during which the time computer is not receiving any power. So, hence we conclude that power supply is essential for the computer to prevent computers from the failures, breakdown or shut down. Important thing is there are two power supply are available. One is SMPS, that is switch mode power supply. Second one is UPS, that is uninterruptible power supply. So, we complete the first chapter in this class. So, let us have first important few questions on this today's topic. First question is, what is cache memory? Cache memory is a high-speed memory placed in between RAM and CPU. Second question is, give the expansion of DDR-RAM. DDR-RAM stands for double data rate random access memory. Third question is, expand SMPS and UPS. SMPS stands for switch mode power supply and UPS stands for uninterruptible power supply. In today's class, we come across different types of RAM and many expansions we learned. So, all these expansion will be asked for 1 mark. Next question is, where is L1 cache located? L1 cache is located inside the processor. There are two types of cache memory, L1 cache and L2 cache. L1 is located inside the memory. L1 is located inside the processor and L2 is located outside the processor. Last question is, list the types of UPS. Two types of UPS. One is online UPS, second one is standby UPS. So here the first chapter, that is configuration of computer system, completed. In this chapter, 1 mark questions will be asked. Expansions, full form of various, whether it is SMPS or UPS, types of RAM, and 5 mark questions explain I/O ports, components of motherboard and structure of central processing unit with a diagram. So in the next class we begin with the second chapter. Thank you.